Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. We're continuing our Friday edition speaking about the National Secondary School Entrepreneurship Competition. Joining us in studio is Sophia Stone, Director of 3 Stone Research and Consulting Ltd. Good morning, Sophia, and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you with us on the show today. Let's get straight into the conversation.
Sure.
What is the NSSEC? Did I get it correct? Yes, I did.
Yes, we refer to it fondly as NSSEC. It is a simulation-based program that invites secondary school students from across Trinidad and Tobago to join in a 6-week competition where they learn how to start their own business through simulated decision-making, really getting into online how they would run their own business if they were in that position.
And what sparked this idea?
So the founder of the program, Dr. Christian Stone, was actually using the simulation in university settings in Canada, and he thought it was so impactful. He saw how the kids really took to it, how it was fun, it was engaging, it was a different way to learn. And he felt, as a Trinidadian, a proud Trinidadian, that it should be made available here. And so when he came back about 9 years ago, he decided to approach corporate sponsors and say, look, we need to bring this experience to Trinidad. And so with the help of Shell Trinidad and Tobago, the Massey Foundation, First Citizens, Guardian Group, and PricewaterhouseCoopers, Trinidad and Tobago, they actually decided to come on board and sponsor the license fees for all students who want to take part, to get involved. And I mean, it's been amazing. The kind of experience that they've gained from taking part in the simulation has been absolutely amazing.
It sounds amazing. I'm looking forward to getting some of the success stories. But before we get into that, what skills and knowledge would you say students gain from participating in this?
So taking the entrepreneurial journey is a challenging one. And if you don't have the experience, you mightn't know. So what the simulation equips students with is how to make those tough decisions in a dynamic way. So marketing, HR, finance, balance sheets, things that they need to get accustomed to if they're going to actually go and start their own business. So it really does teach them the strategic skills behind starting a business.
Excellent. Now, you mentioned, of course, when it first came 9 years ago, there was some great feedback when it came from corporate Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
But what about the response from the schools? Was it also as forthcoming?
So as you can imagine, selling the idea of a simulated environment, it was a little tough because if you don't experience it, you're not quite sure, what is this thing? What is a simulation? Is this something even worth my time? So we had a little bit of resistance at first, but initially after the first year, when schools started to learn what this program was about, we had a massive outpouring of support and positive feedback, and the kids really enjoyed it because nowadays everything is tech, AI. The kids are really in this space much more than probably I was growing up. And so, you know, they really take it in a really fascinating way where they're learning, but they're having fun while doing it. And so the response has been really positive.
Now, one of the things that also is quite fascinating, taking off of you there, is the fact that you've also done a tracing study.
Yes.
Can you share with us a little bit about that?
So having completed 8 years of this program, we wanted to take a look back and kind of figure out, is this making the impact that we had hoped it would make? And so we conducted a tracing study with all the past participants who had gone through the program to see how many of these students actually went on to start a business. What has been the impact in terms of what have they learned? Are they more entrepreneurial? Are they more business-minded? Have they gone somewhere that is something that we should take notice of? And we were astounded. So we found that a lot of the participants in the program were more likely to go to university, were more likely to engage in starting their own business, and many of them actually had gone on to start their own business. So this year, in our opening ceremony, which was yesterday, we got to invite past participants who actually have their own businesses. And we had everything from makeup artists to gourmet candy shops, gourmet snow cone vendors. We had some amazing young entrepreneurs who've taken the full journey and actually started their own business. And that was probably the proudest thing that came out of the tracing study, to see that it's gone from start to finish, the whole journey.
And this is wonderful to hear.
Yeah.
Could you maybe just give us an insight into maybe a few success stories, maybe 1 or 2?
Yeah, sure. So one of the success stories that I personally relate to the most or like the most is the story of Teddy Ann Kwamina, who is a young lady who never considered entrepreneurship or business before she took part in the program. And she was just, a keen student, thought, hey, this is a great opportunity. Why not try it? She went through the program. She loved it. She found this side of herself that I guess she hadn't known. And she actually she got the top marks in the region for her exams for, I think it's Cape Business Studies. Yeah. Forgive me if I say that incorrectly, if I'm not sure it's the right one. And she got the top marks in the region, not just Trinidad. And she accredited a lot of that success through having gone through the program, learning those critical skills, those strategic decision-making skills. And so that's like a big, proud moment for me of a success story that came out of the program.
That is absolutely wonderful. So tracing study and, of course, seeing it manifesting right here with the success of those who have taken part. Now, how can students in schools get involved in this program? Is there any particular process that they need to go through?
Yeah, so every year in about July, August is when we start recruitment for the upcoming cycle. The upcoming cycle actually just launched yesterday. We had our opening ceremony, which was a great success. We had a fantastic energy. 700 students from across Trinidad and Tobago came out to Napa to celebrate the launch of the program. And so it will be going on for the next 6 weeks. Anyone can follow the journey through our Facebook page or our social media. The Facebook page is National Secondary School Entrepreneurship Competition. I think you'll probably put the information down there. But they can also just send us an email if they're interested for the next cycle, which would be in September. Of next year.
Well, Sophia, thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure, and looking forward to seeing more growth throughout Trinidad and Tobago, and of course excelling throughout the region.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Speaking about the National Secondary Entrepreneurship Competition, you can get more information at www.ttnssec.com. You can send them an email at admin@ttnssec.com and follow them on all social media platforms at NSSECTT. Stay tuned. This is the Now Morning Show. We'll be back in a few moments.